Hello to the Gresham community, board, friends, family, and most importantly, the class of 2020. I have the honor of opening our virtual celebration with the principal address. But before I deliver the address, I would like to honor our Scholar Diplomas. The Gresham High School Scholar Diploma is awarded to students who have exceeded academic standards and demonstrated outstanding skills in a variety of programs and activities. These students have earned a 3.5 GPA or above, completed at least 8 designated advanced courses, demonstrated proficiency in a second language, and participated in a co-curricular activity. We also want to honor our full international baccalaureate students. Gresham High School is the only school in East County to offer the prestigious International Baccalaureate Diploma Program. The IB program is our most advanced, comprehensive, and rigorous program of study, acclaimed internationally and offered in close to 1,500 schools worldwide. Students who successfully earn the IB diploma are also highly regarded by colleges and universities worldwide. At the end of this video, we will have all the names listed for both Scholar Award recipients as well as our full IB diploma graduates. Again, I am honored to address you, class of 2020. As I began writing this speech, I reminisce on the speech I heard from our then President, Barack Obama. Obama's message was one of a more perfect union. In his speech, Obama addresses the sacrifices our founding fathers made in building our country. He speaks of the unity and team approach it took for this country to end its division amongst one another. He spoke of a more just and free world. All of this more than 200 years ago, as our nation was beginning to build a more perfect union. It took common hope, a belief system that was entrenched in faith, the faith that division and civil unrest would improve. I have to believe what Obama was saying then is true now. The work of our founding fathers did not go in vain. This week, I sent a message to families. My message was centered around hope and being optimistic as we head into the future. I'm hopeful because I've seen the best in you. While my time at Gresham has been short, one thing I have seen and continue to see is Gopher Nation rallying around one another. I've been impressed with the number of students and families volunteering to hand out food boxes, help with Chromebook distribution. It has been a true pleasure to witness a community that supports one another. Class of 2020, in this time of global chaos, not understanding the why behind all of this, I challenge you. I challenge you to execute your leadership skills. I challenge you to stand with morals and dignity. I challenge you to persevere and meet each obstacle head on without fail. I challenge you to embrace cultures and heritage from all. Class of 2020, you have had so much taken away, yet I have seen you rise to the occasion, support one another, and bring hope to a situation that looked doom and gloom. It is at this time you execute your leadership skills. You stand by your morals and dignity as you enter your next chapter of life. It is at this time you meet each obstacle head on with passion and sense of hope. It is at this time you embrace cultures not your own, learn the values within while expanding your global capacity. Class of 2020, a more perfect union is waiting. Let me hold the door open and invite you in. Congratulations, class of 2020. Continue persevering. Define the obstacles. I know you can do it.
Greetings, class of 2020. My name is Dr. Catrice Barrera, and I have the honor and pleasure of having served as your superintendent. And I'm honored to be here today to share a few words with you during this historic occasion. Yes, historic. It's historic for many reasons, but for today, it would include how we are celebrating your graduation this year by way of drive-through celebrations so that we can keep you, your family, and our school staff members safe during the coronavirus COVID-19 pandemic. Well, I'm sure that this is not the way you imagined for your final year of high school to be. And there's nothing that I can say or do that will adequately make up for all the things that you were supposed to do this school year. But what I do want to say is thank you. Thank you for the sacrifices that you made to help slow the spread of COVID-19. You saved lives. And even in the middle of pandemic, you found unique ways to finish your high school year and come together as a senior class. Thank you also to the class of 2020's parents and guardians, because this past spring, you found yourself in the midst of playing the role of principal, counselor, and teacher. You ensured that even though our buildings were closed, the learning continued. We could not have accomplished any of this without you. Graduates, as you move on into the next stage of your life, know that you are well equipped. You're well equipped for whatever comes your way. These are challenging times in our country, and we need you. The most recent examples of senseless brutality in Kentucky, Georgia, and Minneapolis has outraged all of us. And we all have a part to play in bringing this country together and standing up against inequalities and racism. As we wish you farewell and send you off into this brave new world, we will remember each and every one of you for all that you have accomplished over your educational career. Your journey is made up of 12 years of learning experiences that have made you who you are today. And I know that many of you have overcome so much to make it to the finish line. You have thrived because you've learned from some of the best teachers in Oregon. You have created memories along the way, memories no doubt that will last a lifetime. And we are proud of the young adults that you have become. So class of 2020, I know you will make us proud. You already have. A strong and bright future is in store for each and every one of you. So I challenge you to grab hold of it, hold of your passions and purpose, and the rest will follow. I am forever inspired by all of you and honored to have served as your superintendent. Good luck, farewell, congratulations, and as they say in my home state of Louisiana, class of 2020, go be great.
Graduates of the class of 2020, families, faculty, administrators, friends, and loved ones, it is a huge honor for me to share some remarks on the occasion of your commencement. If you know me, you know that I'm also a Gresham High School graduate and that I am a Gopher to my core. So that makes this invitation to join this celebration all the more special, even if our current conditions preclude us from assembling in one place together. There is some irony in this circumstance, as I have watched the generations that came before you often get caught up in squabbles, fights, and division. I have also watched with admiration as your generation has sought consensus and has endeavored to see our world through morally unambiguous eyes focused on our common humanity. While it's a terrible tragedy that we can't be physically together to celebrate today, no physical distancing on earth could impede the closeness you share with your fellow classmates and the closeness that is emblematic of tomorrow's America. I'll be honest, I struggled a bit to summon the right words to share with you today. I need not list the landscape of challenges on your immediate horizon. You know them all too well. These types of graduation speeches are often seen as opportunities for older community leaders to impart wisdom and perspective with graduates. But right now, we're at a moment in time when our world would improve if the adults also took the time to seek the wisdom of our younger people. Class of 2020, we urgently need you now because your generation has a challenge and a responsibility to heal our republic. I entered public service at the local level in Gresham because as a kid moving to Oregon from Montana, this was the first place I truly felt that I belonged. And for years, I have said that one of my top motivations in public service is to ensure that kids in Gresham today can experience the same support of Gresham that became home to me and my family when we had nothing and knew nobody. But I stopped saying that I want kids to grow up in the same Gresham I did, because the truth is, Despite our challenges, kids in Gresham today have a much better Gresham than they have ever had before. This Gresham looks more like America than yesterday's Gresham and has a much richer mix of cultures and lived experiences. And as your mayor, it makes me tremendously proud to know that you will take that foundation with you, which will nurture your community wherever you go, be it in Gresham or anywhere that your feet may take you. While it might be hard to see past the calamity and gloom that faces our nation right now, the institutions of change are at your fingertips. Don't wait for an invitation. These institutions belong to you in the same way that they belong to anybody else, and we need your moral clarity, your togetherness, and your collective spirit to renew and refresh our American democracy. Let me tell you a familiar story. The graduating class of 1918 graduated at the end of World War I, amid the outbreak of the Spanish flu, and immediately entered the Roaring '20s, followed by the Great Depression, and that followed by World War II. And then they birthed the New Deal and an era of growth and relative prosperity. Our society still not just for all their children and their grandchildren shined a new light on civil rights, work that remains tragically incomplete today. All of that to say two things. One, dawn comes even after the darkest of nights. And two, our current plight must give way to a renewed and improved social contract. I have no doubt in my mind that you are up to the challenge that we face, and I am also aware of the heavy burden that that represents. Guard the 6 inches of real estate between your ears. Only you own that. Think critically, research, advocate. Of all the things in the world that can be taken, education is not one of them. Nobody can take your education. That is so powerful. Use it. Well, I know that you will address our issues head on as members of one of the toughest, most resilient generations in American history. I also want to encourage you to take care of yourselves along the way. Run, walk, sleep, read, think, write, make art, produce music, express yourself, forge deep friendships, search for truth that is larger than yourselves, and find love and treasure it. Be nurtured by it and nurture others. Guard your hearts and let nobody deter you from leading with love always. Class of 2020, you are remarkable young people from a creative, compassionate, empathetic, just, and loving generation. Wherever life takes you, never forget where you came from and what you helped us build here. Your community is amazingly proud of your resilience and your accomplishments. And now as you commence taking root in the world with fierce intellectual independence and a dogged persistence for a better humanity, you are Gresham strong. And we are all stronger because of you. On behalf of your entire community, congratulations on this wonderful accomplishment. And to my baby boy, congratulations, and I'm very proud of you, Dee Dee. I love you.
Hi, I'm Trevor Bless. In September 2017, I chose to come back to Gresham High School at the start of my sophomore year. Gresham is a special place that I am proud to call my home. I would have never thought that I would be giving this speech to all of you today online, but rather face to face. All of us have worked so hard to get to this moment in our lives. I'm sure we all imagined this moment differently at the beginning of the school year. I imagined us tossing thousands of pieces of paper together in the gym. I imagined us all rushing to the Memorial Coliseum early in the morning on the day of graduation in a frenzy to practice for the big night. Lastly, I imagined the moment we all stood up and threw our graduation caps into the air and be able to say, "We did it." Do not think for one moment that all of your hard work was in vain because this day is not how we imagined. All of us have worked so hard to get to this moment in our lives. Although the circumstances are not what anyone would have expected, it does not take away from our accomplishments. I would like to thank all those who have sacrificed their time and energy during this time. I would also like to thank the teachers and staff of Gresham High School for all they have done. While I can't thank everyone personally, just know how much the class of 2020 is appreciative of the care, support, and advocacy you have shown to all of us. It saddens me that we as a class did not have the chance to see our senior year through. We not only lost a place for us to come together to learn and grow, but we also lost time having experiences and making memories with those closest to us before transitioning into this new and exciting chapter of life. The pandemic has taught me a lot, and I'm sure that's true for all of us. For instance, the time we spend with people can't be replaced, so we need to make it count and cherish those memories. I also learned a lot about how important community is, and how what affects one of us can affect us all. One singular person cannot make the world a better, safer, and happier place, but I know together we can. And finally, I learned that there is such thing as too much family time. Although this year has not been what we wanted or thought it would be, the future is unknown and we can make it what we want. And if we've learned anything this year, it's that the class of 2020 is well equipped to deal with whatever comes next. So whether you have a plan or you're going to figure out your plan later, we are all capable of achieving amazing things. Before I go, I would like to leave you with one last important message. All of you who are graduating today are capable of writing your own story and carving your own path. It is my hope that all of you live a life of happiness and find success in whatever it is you are passionate about in life. Before you believe in anyone else, you have to believe in yourself. Thank you.
Well, Gophers, this is it. I'll be completely honest starting out by saying the way this year ended kinda sucked. I don't have anything to say that can fix anything we've lost, but I do have a couple minutes to remind you why these past 4 years are worth celebrating. Most of us came to Gresham High School as freshmen, greeted by a building that was too hot, too cold, too small, too old, full of asbestos, and sometimes literally falling apart. While we joked about transfer season and the dirty G, we came to appreciate that place and we made it an unlikely home. We made connections to teachers, peers, and activities, and through our work building a community, we made an unfortunate building incredibly special. Flash forward 4 years and millions of dollars later to the first part of a shiny new building. This was the building of our dreams. No more tiny classrooms, rickety desks, unreliable thermostats, and doors to main streets that were somehow always unlocked. And as perfect as this building was, it wasn't ours. We didn't grow up here, we didn't make friends and memories here, but it's what we had and we weren't gonna let it stop us from making the most of our senior year. No gym? No problem. We still came out in crowds to support an incredible basketball season. Dances in the cafeteria and Ox Gym? We had better turnouts than we had in years. And nothing can be hung on the new building walls? Well, I saw some pretty incredible TikToks in those hallways that kind of made the most of that. So from what I saw, the class of 2020 always made the most of some less than ideal circumstances, and this spring was going to be the best one yet. And this is kind of the spot where I don't really know what to say other than thank you. And I have a good reason why. 5 years ago, my sister was graduating from Gresham High School, and I sat in the back of the Memorial Coliseum watching the ceremony. I remember seeing the ASB president that year talk to everybody that she had grown up and gone to school with. And while I was a little bored, like I'm sure you might be right now, I knew that that's where I wanted to be in 4 years. I didn't know how I'd get there, knowing only my brother when I was coming to school. But I knew that I wanted to be that connected to my school and my classmates. And I kind of can't believe it, but here I am. And I wouldn't have been able to do it without all of you guys. So I want to say thank you. Thank you to the theater kids who supported my horrible acting and helped me find the confidence to always be myself. Thank you to Mrs. Brink and my lunch gang for teaching me how to be a kinder person while still being myself. Thank you to my softball girls, some of whom I've known longer than anybody else at the school. You've taught me what it really means to be a part of a team. And thank you to every single one of you for all of my days as a Gopher. From everything from super fan sections, dances, assemblies, to even just the funny things you'd say to your friends in the hallway loud enough for me to overhear. Thank you for killing it in this, your last year of high school athletics and activities, and thank you for helping us appreciate and support those who didn't get to. No matter what was thrown at the class of 2020, we always went ahead and made it great anyways. Over the past 4 years, we've had 3 principals, 2 school buildings, and 1 global pandemic. But here we are, graduating and stronger than ever. So Gophers, as you move on to the next chapter of your life, remember that you've been through some crazy stuff. Change is your friend and you're ready for whatever's coming next. So, though I don't know all of you personally, I want to thank you again for every one of my days as a Gopher. I wish you all well. I pray for your success. And just please remember, you are always more than your circumstances and you can make every day great. Thank you.
Congratulations. Congratulations. Great job. Great job.
Graduates of the class of 2020. Seniors have lived through an historic year for Gresham High School. From building construction to COVID-19 to the social unrest happening right now as you graduate this spring, it seems as if life has been offering more lessons and challenges than the classroom. Your social studies teachers hope we've gotten you at least somewhat prepared for the real classroom, the world you are stepping out into, which is the only classroom that truly matters. Though you're finally done with public education, your life education can now really take off. But that's not such a bad thing. As you move forward, the lessons will not be delivered in textbooks and work packets, but in things like stay-at-home orders, economic upturns and downturns, and interactions with those you meet casually, those you work with, and relationships with those you love. Your assignments will be to navigate through these challenges with thoughtful care for yourself, care for others, and a goal of making a positive impact in the world. And your grade? That's the cool thing about life, because ultimately you are grading yourself. Just make sure you earn the grades you get. Sometimes you will fail. More often, you'll succeed. The failures will just feel bigger because they're more noticeable. But don't forget to notice the successes, even if the success is making it to an appointment on time or delivering a spontaneous kindness to a stranger. Mark Twain spent time as a riverboat pilot, and he gave the best advice about piloting the remainder of your life. 20 years from now, you will be more disappointed by the things you didn't do than by the ones you did. So throw off the bow lines, sail away from the safe harbor, catch the trade winds in your sails, explore, dream, discover. Congratulations, class of 2020, and good luck.
It seems fitting that in these strange days, rather than walking for a graduation ceremony, you're probably rolling, and this, too, is a mixed blessing. The solemn slowness of the usual ceremony, while irritating, is a reminder that so many of you are already rushing towards something, or at least away from here, and need to take some time, be in the moment, enjoy the view. You are better informed and thus better prepared to deal with the global issues we currently face, and I'm absolutely confident that solutions are percolating in some of your brains as I write this. Carry that questioning, interrogating attitude into the world with you, and always remember who you are. Even your art in writing and speeches felt temporary. I remember them, and I'm thankful I was your teacher. I wish the world that greeted you looked different. I wish many things about history. I am grateful to breathe in the air of the now with youth as strong, brave, and resilient as you. Our hours are now. Live inspired. You are inspiring. Your finish was not the ending you or anyone had in mind. It has become more like a sequence of action movie trailers before the feature film is shown, and you just wanted to see A Bug's Life. Oops. Stay tuned. The flying zebras with laser beams coming out of their heads are next. You don't need me to sugarcoat it. Sometimes the world will ease you along on the path. More of the time, it will throw obstacles in front. Trust yourselves and keep going. Be kind to your friends, family, and most importantly, yourself. Our culture doesn't always signal to us how crucial that kindness is. Thank you for everything you taught me. I wish you a wonderful journey, class of 2020.
Congratulations, Gopher grads of 2020. The Physical Education and Health Department of Gresham High School wanted to offer some final words of support, encouragement, and direction for you as you transition to the next steps of your life. You started school with the Great Recession and ended school with a once-in-a-century pandemic. Nothing was normal about your educational experience, but then again, nothing is normal about you. You are all so amazing. We are so proud of the way you pushed through this unique educational experience this year. This adversity has and will continue to make you a stronger and more resilient person. You truly are a special part of history here at Gresham High School. As you move into the next phase of your life, make it a point to prioritize your well-being. Exercise often, eat clean food, and pay attention to your thoughts. These are all things you will gain great rewards for the time you invest. You can become anyone you want to be, but you have to take action and make it happen. Follow your passion, give to others, and set lofty goals. It has been such a pleasure getting to know so many of you. We look forward to seeing what your vision of the future produces. If you need anything, we're always just an email away.
Yay!
Class of 2020! Woo! First of all, y'all are amazing. No, seriously, amazing, like for reals. Watching you grow up has been a privilege. So many of you were wiggly little ninth graders, and now look at you, all grown up.
You are all leaders and will change this world for the better. Go out and do the good things that we know you can do. Now more than ever, we need people like you to shape this world for the better.
The world is really complicated right now, and in a lot of ways, we, the old people, have messed it up for you. You have the smarts and creativity to set it right. You have demonstrated your ability to tackle tough things on a daily basis and impress the heck out of us. You are the people we need right now.
We leave you with a couple words of wisdom. Don't forget to keep your options open. You never know where they might lead. And don't forget the sunscreen.
And wear a mask and use hand sanitizer and don't lick anything.
Keep in touch. Hegel-Key Sensei out.
I'm gonna miss y'all. This is Brink. Hey, come visit.
Congratulations, class of 2020. You did it. You're now a graduate of Gresham High School. You've grown into the unique and special being you are today. This didn't happen overnight, but through irreplaceable experiences you had here. You followed your passion, participated and created something that was extraordinary and uniquely yours. You discovered the magic of a song, an instrument, paint, clay, or the stage where you grew and developed several skills and talents you didn't know you had. Every moment you gave to the creative process, you gained confidence, humility, patience, and much more. You grew, not in the way you thought you would, but in a way that was best for you. In choir, you found a family, and you truly found your voice. From performing in front of the Statue of Liberty in New York City to touching the hearts of your community with your amazing gift of song, you experienced life-changing moments that make you the person you are today. We learned that when a choir sings together, their heart rhythm beats as one. As you go forward in your life, always remember to never take it for granted. In band, whether it was on the Disneyland stage or the state championship in Corvallis,
dancing to your drumline in the stands, or a night for the 8th graders at Clear Creek, you continually represented yourself, your school, and your community with honor and respect. I hope the struggle is understood, the joys remembered, and the best of all those memories stay with you as you continue with your journey. In art, you learn to express yourself with images through countless art forms. Many of you signed up for and elected just to meet your fine arts requirement, but ended up discovering a new love, or found out that art may not be your thing. Whatever experience you're walking away with, know that both your life and ours are forever different because of our time together. Keep making art, for the world needs eccentric people like us to keep it dynamic. In our theater arts department, you devoted yourself to a place where friends united and became a family. And through dedication and hard work, you realized your passion and unique gifts. You discovered the magic of a moment that stirred an audience soul. You poured out your creative spirit and touched the audience's heart. And now you are forever changed. Remember, you will always be a part of the magic that happens here. You helped create it. You lived it. And you will always be a part of it. So thank you. It has been our privilege to be a part of your high school journey. We loved our time and memories that we have made with you, and you will not be forgotten. You are important to us and to Gresham High School. Know in your heart that a piece of this place will never leave you, and a little bit of you will always be here. So go out, start your life, and continue working on your passion. The purpose of life is to continue to develop your gift, and the meaning to life is to give that gift to the world and make it a better place. It's your turn. Take it. All our best. The Performing and Fine Arts Department.
Hello, class of 2020. This is Mrs. Blazer speaking to you on behalf of your school counselors and social worker. Congratulations, you made it! Through the ups and the downs, the tears and the triumphs, all of the challenges and joys that have come with obtaining your high school diploma, you did it. You have persevered through years of hard work, even a pandemic, to earn your high school diploma and to be a part of a moment in history that will never be forgotten. We believe in you, and we know that your strength and courage will take you far in life. We have watched you grow and mature into strong young adults, and we wish you all the best as you continue on your journey in life. You will remain in our thoughts long after this year. Take care of yourselves. From your school counselors and social worker, Ms. Anderson, Mrs. Blazer, Ms. Conroy, Ms. Keller, Ms. Para, and Kate Poland.
David Rojas de Jesus.
Class of 2020, you are ready. Ready to face the world head on. Ready to pursue that passion you found while at Gresham High School. You made decisions to investigate opportunities that were presented to you in the area of career and technical education. Whether it was in automotive technology, business management, early childcare education, integrated media, or a field of interest that came to light from one of those programs of study, you learned how core subjects like science, technology, Engineering, art, math, and writing are used in real-life situations. You develop time management, communication skills, and ways to work towards solving problems that present themselves in the workplace. During your time at Gresham, you were part of many changes CTE programs endured. For those who worked in the early childcare program with Ms. Standish and her staff, you experienced two very different buildings. But through it all, you continue to learn about child growth and development, and why they do the things they do. You also had the chance to plan and lead fun activities while working with the children. Automotive students, under the guidance of Mr. Ruff, experienced the loss of a shop and the transition to learning about the field in a classroom. Your love of hands-on learning and thrill of solving problems was rekindled in the new state-of-the-art shop that opened this past winter. Those who explored the business courses saw Miss Nelson greet everyone who walked through the door with a hello and smile. You were a key component to reigniting the business program, the renewal of the student store, and the revival of the DECA Club. For any of you who pursued a passion for creativity in the digital arts in any one of 3 different rooms it traveled to, Brad opened your eyes to the world of visual communication. He brought to light the power of knowing Adobe's Creative Suite and how it can benefit you in areas of education and career. And he always had the name of that font you just couldn't figure out. Our hope for you is that your time with us has prepared you for the next journey beyond the walls of Gresham High School, as citizens of the world. And with all the challenges our country is facing right now, don't let anyone tell you you're too young to understand, or this is how it has always been done. Because with so much uncertainty, this is your generation's world to shape. If we are going to get through these difficult times, we are going to have to do it together. So be open to one another's struggles. Stand up for one another's rights. Leave behind all the old ways of thinking that divide us, and set the world on a different path. We encourage you to ground yourself with values that last, like honesty, hard work, responsibility, fairness, generosity, and respect for others. You won't get it right the first time. You'll make mistakes like we all do. But if you look at what's inside of you, people will notice. Continue to work to be part of the solution. Your legacy in the community and the world we live is up to you. Take the skills you have learned in CTE and make the most of it. Congratulations, class of 2020. Keep making us proud. Be well and stay safe. The Career and Technical Education Department.
Congratulations, class of 2020. Support Services wish you the best. Go do great things and enjoy your celebration.
Graduates, we regret not being able to say goodbye and congratulations to you in person, but we would like to tell you now that we are proud of each and every one of you. Whether you have taken 1 year or 4 years of world language, we consider ourselves incredibly fortunate to have served as your teachers. Learning a new language is a monumental task, which requires you to become a lifelong learner. This is equally true for those of you who took a world language class as a way to improve a language that your family already speaks. There are not many high school subjects that claim to help you to make new, once thought to be nearly impossible friendships and acquaintances, and to help you to form stronger bonds with your community and even your own family. That is why we, as world language teachers, do what we do. We sincerely hope that you continue to build on what you have learned about the language and culture to which you chose to dedicate so much of your time and energy. We know that it will pay off in many seen and unseen ways for you in your present and future lives. Gracias. Arigato. Your world language teachers, Tara Hagelke, Allison Brink, Lisa Kavanaugh, Brian Malin, and Damon Messer.
Brianna 3.
To the bilingual students of the class of 2020, your senior year has undoubtedly been a memorable one. Perhaps you will remember it for the hard work you have put in and the challenges that you have persevered through to get here. Perhaps you will remember the friendships that you've made. Perhaps you will remember its abrupt conclusion and the disappointment you felt when you realized the many typical senior moments that you did not get to experience due to these atypical times. As your teachers, we have seen a lot over the last few years. We have seen you grow and thrive as you navigate life in 2 languages and 2 cultures. You have the gift of viewing through varied lenses and perspectives. Some might argue that this is the one vital skill or attribute that the world needs so desperately right now. Know that the benefits of being bilingual and bicultural will continue to multiply as you move through life. We have seen the hard work you have done and the sacrifices that you have made to earn your diploma. Know that graduation is just one of the many accomplishments your perseverance will help you to achieve in your lifetime. We have seen your communities, families, and friends, both near and far, encourage and support you. In some cases, you have not only realized your dreams, but theirs as well. Know that they are proud of you. While your days at Gresham have come to an end, the lessons you've learned and the experiences you've had will be with you the rest of your life. May you remember these things as you take steps toward your goals. Always know that as your teachers, we will be rooting for your success in all of your future endeavors. Congratulations, you did it.
Hello, class of 2020. The Gresham High School Science Department is here to say congratulations, and we are so proud of all of you. All the late nights, boring lectures, smelly experiments, and endless essays have paid off. You're done! The world is a big, crazy, exciting, beautiful place, and we know you're going to fit right in and make the most of it. If you ever need anything, please know that we will support you as you work to achieve your dreams. There are no wrong turns, only pathways we had not known we were meant to walk. The challenge of an unknown future is so much more exciting than stories of the accomplished past. We know it's scary, but you can do it. Thank you for being our students. We have learned something from every one of you, and it has been an honor to help you discover how to learn. We have learned just as much from you as you have from us. And that's why we love being teachers. Take care and be well.